Hey everyone, and welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the last video, so let me see if I can get you to like this one. Today's video is about this gorgeous, massively huge... Wait a minute. There we go, that's more like it. Anyways, today's video is about this gorgeous, massively huge demon named Supremus. The giant boss is the third boss in Black Temple, and with only a few mechanics you need to worry about, let's get straight into it so I don't waste any more of your time. Before we begin, let me start by saying that this is just the PTR. The tuning and mechanics, all that is subject to change, right? This is meant to be just a quick overview to give you guys a rundown on how it felt and the mechanics. I'll have updated ones when the Blizzard launches the PTR again. Okay, so Supremus. First thing to mention is, well, there's two phases. Phase 1 is literally just a tank and spank, and phase 2 is a fixate stage where, yep, you guessed it, he fixates a random person, and if you don't run for him, you're gonna get clapped out. Now, of course, there's mechanics you'll have to deal with as well, but lucky for you, there's not that many. Starting with phase 1, which, as I said, is a literal tank and spank. Like, he actually really does nothing but hit your tank and punch the ground hella hard with Molten Punch, which he does about every 8 seconds or so, and it leaves a huge strip of blue flames on the ground, and if you stand on it, it'll do about 2-3k per tick. So avoid that at all costs, stare at your threat meter, and pump. As for the healers, you have to keep an eye out for both tanks, since Supremus has, of course, a Hateful Strike. However, this time, just switch it up, he doesn't target whoever is second on threat, he actually targets whoever has the most health, regardless of threat. Simply just have your tank with the most HP off tank, and healers keep spamming your tanks, as they should pretty much be the only ones that are tanking damage. You guys should have no real problems with phase 1, regardless of how Blizzard retunes it. Now phase 2 is where it can get a little interesting. Instead of a tank and spank, Supremus does this thing that I like to call run for your life before he catches up to you and kills you spank. Simply put, it doesn't matter how the tuning is, he will one-shot you if he touches you. So simply don't ever be in melee range, and make sure you give yourself some room to turn around and run if he chooses to fixate you. As for the melee pumpers, well, either stay out or you gamble with your life. I'm pretty sure you'd be able to keep track of the fixate swap on DBM and just move out early though, right? You guys are big brain. Look, while you might think running is a simple thing to do, I need you to think about those no-brain pumpers that stand there DPSing and then they don't move and then they get clapped. This fight is less of the fact that he's fixating you and more of just making sure you're in a safe spot to DPS so that if he does start chasing you, you can get away fast enough. His hitbox is big as so you put your Nikes on and pay attention. I will say that he moves at 90% speed though, so know that you are just a little bit faster than him. Another mechanic that used to be so annoying on private servers was the volcanoes. Supremus spawns these dope looking volcanoes that spit out multiple fireball things. They do about 3.5 to 4.5k per hit. These used to be really annoying on private servers because they would literally one-shot you, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of wish they still did, so that'd be kind of cool. Now, even if they don't one-shot you, you should still try to stay away from them. And the last thing to mention is the charge, or dash, as WoWWiki calls it. But since Log showed us a charge, let's just call it that. Now, this works very differently than what I'm used to. On private servers, Supremus would charge anyone that was over 40 yards from the boss. Anybody. You can see how this can be annoying if he charges someone way on the west side, but as he charges that person on the west side, it now sets the east side players out of range of that 40 yards, and now he ping-pongs back and forth. You can see how that would be a shit show. Not only that, but he would also one-shot whoever he did when he caught up to them at the end of the charge. It was crazy, but it was fun. Now, on the PTR, this is how it worked. If you're the fixated target and more than 40 yards away, he will run at you 5 times the movement speed until he is 20 yards away from you, and then he will go back to his normal 90% run speed. The charge is kind of hard to notice because at his size, it makes him look like he's just walking, but he's actually going really fast. So if you're a fixated target, try not to be over 40 yards, which to be fair, you should never be that far away from the boss because let's keep it real, none of your caster spells are 40 yards, so you should be in range and pumping. So just try to sit at that comfy 30 to 35 yard range and blast. Well guys, that's it for me today. I'll see you tomorrow with a comma, and in the meantime, stay beautiful. Also come hang out on the Twitch where I stream this shit all the time. Much love and peace.